Hello everyone, this is Kiran from S3 by Automation. Let me give a quick recap before getting into the drivers. Okay, so after completion of the prerequisite setup, and we have seen about the Appium ecosystem. This is the one that we have learned what exactly drivers, clients, and Appium inspector and plugins play their role. Okay, and once it is complete after completion of that one, then we have learned about Appium server, what exactly it is, and how do we install, and how we can know the what is the version of this particular server. Okay, so after that one, now the next thing is drivers. So if you are working on any of the open source automation project related to the Linux side, you might have come across this jargon, naming it as the drivers. So you call it as in the uh, Selenium web automation terminology. You might have seen about Chrome driver or Edge driver or Firefox driver, because those are the drivers independently provided by the specific vendors, which are core integrated with the Selenium core. Okay. Similarly, for Android side, UI Automator 2 is the driver which provided by the Google, which allows to interact with the apps on the apps resides on the emulator side or devices. Okay. Now, if you see here, how do we install the drivers? So far, we have seen about how we can install the Appium server, but that itself is not enough. But the drivers we need to install, right? Then only we can able to communicate with the specific app with the specific OS. Okay. So here, the first and foremost thing is the driver coming into in our view is UI Automator 2. That is the Android. Okay, so how to install this Android, this particular driver? And command is Appium driver install UI Automator 2. This is the driver name we need to give it, and this is the syntax that we need to follow. In case if you have encountering any errors related to the Chrome driver side while you are installing the UI Automator 2, then you may have to use this particular command as a workaround to install the UI Automator 2. So this is provided by the Appium forum. So it basically it avoids the any conflicts if you have already Chrome driver is being installed in your system. Okay. So if you have a fresh system, then you will not have any such issues. And then the next is, suppose I'm just giving you iOS for here as well, because there will be separate sessions in the iOS side once I get the Mac environment. Okay, so here you can see Appium driver install xci text. This is the command that we need to give it. And the next is suppose you wanted to know what are the drivers installed in your system, and somebody wanted to know. So in such case, you can use this command Appium driver list. Okay. So here is the one Appium driver list that you can install it. Okay. And then one second. Let me remove this one. This one. So it is not working. Okay, here. Appium driver list, it will shows the whatever the drivers installed in your host system. Okay. And then the next is Appium server to check the available drivers after installation. When you start the Appium server, then you will come to know what are the drivers available in this version. Okay, so let me show this one so that it will be clear. CMD. Okay, what I will do is Appium driver. For this demo, I will install xcuitest. CI test. Appium driver install xcuitest. Okay, now this is the one. So if I start Appium server, series. So there is some error. Okay, already in use somewhere. I have my system is already in use. Okay, so let me. I think two command prompts are running here. Also, it is running, and here also. So this is how the error looks like. Okay, so could not configure Appium server. It is possible that driver or plugin try to update server at so and so original error so and so. It will give and already be in use. The requested port may already in use. Okay, so that means you cannot run on the Appium server another instance on the same port because by default it will run the Appium server on this one. See here. 4723. What I will do, I will stop both. Control C. Okay. Here also, here it is not running. So what I will do is Appium. See here. It is giving the available drivers because these two drivers are installed in this particular system. That's why it is able to. Suppose if it is the Mac system, you should be in a position to work on xcuitest driver. Okay. Now what I will do is I will uninstall the xcuitest for the demo purpose so that you can feel that you're able to install the particular driver. Okay. So let me start this one and let me clear and Appium driver install xci. We have done install. Okay, Appium driver uninstall because it is already installed. Driver install Appium driver uninstall xcuitest. So I have given the same command in the PPT slide as well. So successfully uninstall the driver xcuitest. If you see here, it will not list out. Appium driver list. See here. Only it is showing that one it is installed and it is npm based. And xcuitest is not installed. Okay, these are all not installed. Okay. So this is about install and uninstallation of the drivers. Okay, so this is only one time, and regularly you can monitor and understand if there is any the major changes in the particular driver. You want latest driver to be in sync with the latest version of the Appium and compatibility, and then you have to first understand the particular version and then the release and what are the features it is included. Is there any major changes? If you see, if you expect that by having configuring the latest version, what is the impact on the existing test suite, and understand that have your impact analysis, and then take the step accordingly. Otherwise, if you install it directly on your test systems and without doing any analysis priorly, and sometimes it may harm your scripts as well, and you will have to spend additional effort to make those scripts are operational like earlier. Okay, so we need to have a certain practice and certain parameters we need to consider before upgrading any of the drivers while you are on the corporate environment. Okay. So that is about the driver. There is a quick overview on the rest of the driver what Appium is provides. Okay. So here you have Chromium, which supports a web on the mobile side, Espresso, Android. This is the native developed by the Google, and basically this is for the development team. Apart from the unit tests, they can develop the scripts in the Espresso. It needs you know uh, coding, and you have to uh, put a lot of code in order to work with Espresso. And Gecko driver, it is basically the Firefox on the these mobiles, and Mac to Mac OS, and Safari. This is for the web browsers. UI Automata 2, this is for the Android, native, hybrid, and web. Now, xcuitest, native, hybrid, and web. So, in the build session playlist, I'm going to walk through on the hybrid app was as well, because how to switch over between the native app and the hybrid app, so that you have an idea. So, whenever if you are encountering any screens that based on the hybrid. Okay. So these are the drivers by default provided by the Appium. Okay, these are all the drivers developed and maintained by the Appiums. Okay, Appium team. And then followed by the drivers by other team. As on today, these are the drivers, you know, developed by other team and registered with the Appium forum, open source forum. For example, they have given the Flutter and so on so, and LG WebOS for LG TV. As I told you, right, if any TV is coming up with different OS specific to that brand, then you need to have a specific drivers in order to interact with the particular OS. Roku, this is another TV that we are seeing in the market, and then Tizen, this is specific to the Android TV side, and Android, and Tizen TV. This is the another OS where Samsung TV are based upon, and then Windows. This is for the Windows side, you can see, and UE, and this is another OS where other iOS and Androids are depends on. Okay, so these are the drivers developed by the various community, and see here you can see mobile cloud solution has been also they have developed this one. So they released to the open source forum so that anyone can use these drivers as well. So today you came up with some new requirement, you have some new thought, to extend the functionality of the Appium that you can develop, and you can add to the Appium, so that that will be consumed by the other users as well. So this is about the the drivers, and we can expand with the Appium's functionality as well. That's all, team, I have on the driver installation side. We have seen driver installation and uninstallation, and so once Appium server is installed, the driver is the next component that you need to be the take care. Okay, thanks, team. Thanks everyone, and I'll catch you in the next session. Bye.